Yeah, good evening, guys. Hello.
Yeah, very good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, let me share my screen. I think in last class, which one we had discussed? I think we completed the
Prime.
map, right?
Yeah, ma'am. Ma'am.
Am I give anything? I think I remembered prime number you need to write it, right?
Yes, yes, you have assigned
Uh,
yesterday.
yeah, anyone tried? Anyone tried? No?
No, sir.
No, okay. First, we will sort out that one. Then we can move to the filter object, map object, and there is a ordered by is there. Okay. Let me first open it. Wait. Mm, 1 second. Let me open it. First, before the prime number logic, first I want to do this logic. Then it is you guys are very easy. So what is my intention is, for example, I am sending one number. I want to print the factors of that number. Okay, so that is my intention. So how we can print the factors. So how we can set this number is the factor of this one. So for example, there is a payload is there, payload. So you can see I am written condition here, the mod payload comma 2. So you can see what value it is written, 4 comma 2, what it is written.
0.
So that means, for example, if this condition is true, then we can say that 2 is a factor of the payload, right? I
Yes.
simplify the logic. For example, here I am placing the 3. Then what happens? So what it is returns?
1.
Okay. So is it a factor for that 10? 4?
No.
No, that means if this condition is true, then only that means if, for example, any number is there here replacing, if this value is equal to 0, then we can set that 2 is the factor of the payload, right?
Yes.
So this is the way, for example, now I want to check whether the 4 is a prime or not, right? So now you can see. For this one, you already know, so all the factors are starting with the 1 to that number only, right? So for
Yes.
this one, I'm creating the number series, right? You can see I'm creating the numbers equal to 0 to 1 to 1 to
Hello.
that number, right? That payload is right at the payload. Okay. So first I'm creating the numbers, and after that one, you can see I am passing the numbers. You can see first, for example, I'm printing the numbers. So you
0.
can see it is returning the array of array. Okay. So
Yes.
whenever we are getting the array of array, then so there is a one function is there. Maybe the flatten. By using the flatten also we can able to remove that array, but it is not, I think, flat map. Otherwise, so I want to print the only the numbers, right? Numbers of 0. That means it is returning the
Array.
only array, right?
Simple.
Now, now you can see I want to iterating the items one by one, and I want to check it, right? So how we can check that one? So I already know the logic. What is the logic? The payload comma number, right? So here you want iterating the items one by one. How we can iterating the items? Either you can use the map function, otherwise we can use the filter function, right?
Filter.
Now you can see whatever the input is coming, so that is the that is the number. Then you can see the filter I am writing. The filter, go filter, filter, it is not suggesting. 1 second, guys.
Number is array.
Yeah, it is an array only. Uh, it should return. Otherwise, here only we can mention here. It is yeah, yeah. You can see now. Oh, why- 1 second. It should return the automatic. Otherwise, we can get the numbers. Numbers. Then we can write the filter. Okay, so what is the
Index
thing
item.
here? So you need to write the
Item index.
what is that, that what we call it as a item comma index, what that expression we can call it, this is my
Lambda.
lambda expression. Then here we need to write one logic. What is that logic? The mod of, so whatever the original value, that is my payload. Okay, so the payload comma, so every time we need iterating one by one, one by one, one by one, right? So where that item is available inside of the value is the item. So what is the condition? If this value equal to 0, then so payload load.
Number, right?
No,
Mod
no,
of
no.
number.
Yeah, you can see the mod of number means, you can see number is an array, right?
Hmm.
So one, first you can pick the one, and it is applicable to the 4 comma 1. So this the way it is executing, right? I will write it, the simple logic. So what are the factors of the 4? You can see 1, 2, 4 only, right? I will explain one more time how they are iterating the items. Then we can see it. Okay. So let's see. So you can see first the numbers are coming from the 0, sorry, numbers are coming from the
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 4, and after this one you are returning some logic, right? So first it iterating the first item. So the first iteration, the first item will be 1. Then whatever the logic you are written, what is the logic you are written? Mod of the payload is the 4 comma 1 is equal to 0. Then it is automatically print. See if this value is 0 or not.
Yes.
Then it is automatically prints the 1. Then second iteration, now item equal to 2. Again it is repeating the same logic, right? Mod of 4 comma 2 is equal to 0. Condition is true, then we can print it. For the third, item equal to 3, then we can write the logic 4 comma 3 is equal to 0. This condition is true or false?
False.
Then it is not going to print. This is the way it is iterating the everything, right? So
Got
here you can see for the what non-prime number, you can see the count. So what is the count of non-prime number? The factors you can try observe it here. For example, here I am giving the some prime number. Then you can observe it 7, right? So how many count? What are the
you.
count of your, right? That means the prime numbers, the whatever the result is there, if the count is equal to 0, then we can print that number as a prime. If the count is above, so above means we can print that number is a not a prime, right? How
Count
we
is
can
equal
check
to
this?
2. Count is equal to 2 means prime, right?
Yes, that's it, right? Then how we can identify this count? This entire thing is your payload, right? How we can get this and size? This
Size of
entire
Input
thing,
size
we,
of
yes, that's it. You can
yes,
see we can put entire thing here, and
and
first we can identify the size. How we can get the size? We
size
can
of
simply give the size of. That's it. You can, the count is coming. So for
equal to
example, here I am placing the 10. Let's check this then. Count is the 4.
4.
So if the size is equal to 2, then how we can check this condition? If this entire thing, whatever is there, is equal to 2, then
Mm,
what we need to do? We need to print,
prime number.
prime
right? Then we can print the prime number. Otherwise, else
non-prime.
non-prime, right?
Non-prime.
Now you can see, for example, you can give the prime numbers, the
11.
7. Now you got it, right? It's a simple logic. Got it,
Yes.
guys?
11
This is
also,
the
right?
logic. Yeah. Sorry.
11 is also prime, no? Yes.
Yeah, you can give it any number. You can see 11. So this is the one of the question they're asking in interview, guys. It's a very simple, but we need to spend some time. Okay, got it right? Yes
Can
or
you
no?
explain it again from
So
beginning?
from which part? From the
From
starting
beginning.
onwards, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you can see. So what the intention, for example, what is the basic logic for this prime number or not? For the prime number, the factors count should be the 2 only.
Yeah.
1 and itself. So anyhow, first we need to identify the prime count, right? For this one, you already know I'm creating the one number array. So what is this number array contains? Means it is contains the 1 up to that number only. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm taking this one as my input, and what is this one? Numbers. So top of this one, I want to apply the filter, right? So filter. So here we can write the our logic here. So here, as usual, this is the item, comma. This is my lambda expression index. Here we need to write the logic. Then here, how we can set that the particular number is a factor for that one. So there is a function called the mod is there. Every time we need to check it. So this entire thing is available inside of the payload. Then iterating the one by one, that value is available inside of an item, right?
Yes.
So what is the condition? It is expecting condition equal to 0. So wherever equal to this condition is satisfied, then it is automatically giving that numbers. That means you can see 1 and 11 itself. These two are the prime factors for this number, right? So what is
Yes.
my intention? I don't want to print it. I want to identify the size. This entire thing we can put it inside of the bracket. So then it is, we can call it as entire thing, right? Now we can get how we can get the size of. So what is my intention? I want to check this value. This value is equal to 0. We know the name, the number and itself, right? Then we can, it is a prime number. So how we can check this condition? By using the simple if, right? Then I
Yes.
can put entire thing is an if. Then we can go here. This is equal to 2. Then this is my true part. That is, then we can print the prime. Else, what is the one? Non-prime. That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the simple logic. This is the question they asked. Okay. Okay, now this is the first part. Now, for example, maybe you can try this logic. If this number is coming now, so I want to print the prime numbers between 1 to 11. That is the second question they asked. You, that logic you can try it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can try it. Otherwise, I will explain. Don't worry. Okay. So this is the one of the interview question they asked. Okay. That's all for the prime number. Then we can move. And what are the other
Group
things
back.
we are missed, right? We are seeing the map, right? Then for the map, okay. So after the map, I want iterating the one more thing, that is the map object. I will show you. So this one is also important. And first we are going to see that is the map object. Yeah. So you can see what is the specialty of the map. Map always iterating the array items one by one, one by one, one by one only. But you can see this is my input. Let me take what is the one? Is there anything? Okay. Let us say this is the data, right? Okay. Now you can closely observe it. What kind of data it is? What kind of data it is? It is an array or it is an object?
Object.
Then the same thing, like here you can see what is my intention is whatever the data is coming, I want iterating the one by one, one by one, one by n inside of an object. The same logic. I think what happened to this script we are missing, right? Percentage DW 2.0, then we can give like this one, then we can give the payload. Okay, by default. So here we need to do output,
Content type.
right?
Mm.
Output. Next one is
Application.
application slash JSON. Okay. So here you can see what is my requirement is my input is an object. Then I want iterating the inside of an object. Each item I want iterate it. Then I want to perform some operations. Okay. Now my input is an object, right? Then how we can iterating the object data means we can use the
Map of
same like a map. There is a one object called map object. You can closely observe it for the object. When we talk about any object, it is comes with three values. This is the important, guys. So what are those three values? What are the three values? So when we talk about, you can see, yeah,
index.
so this is the one. So here you can see any object you can take, the object must contains the keys, right? Whatever you
Yes.
are seeing, these we can call it as a keys. So whatever these we can call it as a
Values.
values. Then what about the indexes inside of an object? What is the position of these keys? This is the first one or the
0.
second one, third one. So that will be identified by the index.
Index.
That means whenever you can talk about any object, these three values are must be there, right? Because by using the keys we can able to identify the values how we can identify it by using the keys, and where that key is available, that position, everything is identified
Index.
by the index, right? So this is the way we can able to iterating the iterate the map object. Now we can
Yes.
see. So first we can iterating one by one. Then we want to see it. Okay. Yeah. Now same logic you can see. So this is your lambda expression. Then we can come here. The same thing here you can see I want to create an object. Okay. So why it is showing only one?
Because there is one object only.
Yes, right.
It's one
So
object.
yeah. So here you can see what is my requirement is I want to map the keys and values. How we can map it?
Yeah, with
Otherwise,
the
yeah, tell me. So you can see the
hello
keys are available inside of the key. Then we can colon. Then you
colon.
can see the value. So for the value, we no need to do it anything. Then we can it. You can see everything you can directly map it. So there you can see how we can see. For example, there are 50 columns data is there. We no need to do the manual one by one. You can see the map object iterating the one by one, and it is mapped with you. Okay. Hello.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Still get
So here
confusion.
we don't need to code pay
No.
something
So
that
it's a simple one. So first one, for first example is, so there are 50 keys are there. I want iterating the one by one. So how we can do that one? We can simply write the map object. Then inside of this one, we can call this, right? This is simple one. Okay. Now that comes with this simple requirement. So what is the what the requirement? If this particular key is there, so the key is the city. Okay. So I want to print only the key value equal to city. This the only. Otherwise, depending on the otherwise you can see. Oh, okay. So there is I remove this entire thing. Now I want to print only the keys. What is the requirement? I want to print only the keys. How we can print the keys?
key only.
But you can see it is throwing an error. Why it is throwing an error?
We
Map
haven't
object always returns.
object.
That is the one. So here it is always expecting in the object, it is always returning an array, sorry, an object. So here one by one, what is my requirement? The key value is the city, then only I want to print it. Otherwise, I don't want to print any other thing, right? So how we can check that one? So here we can write the simple if condition. So where that key is available?
Index.
Key. I want to
Inside
check.
object.
And I
Inside the
want to check this key where it is available. I don't know. So I
Item.
want to check the key. So inside of the map object, there are three arguments are available. From these three arguments, which value indicates the keys?
second.
Now I got it right. So depending on the keys, you want to perform some operation. So how we can access the keys means here it is one. So the key contains, right, your key values. Now the key is equal to, what is the
City.
key name? City. If this value is identified, then you want to print that particular one only. You can see.
Else.
Not sorry. The key
Colon.
colon
Value.
value. Okay. Otherwise, else. I don't want to print it. I am printing the null. Now you can see still it is showing an error. Why?
We have
Here we are checking the condition like this one. So still it is showing an error. Anyone? Anyone? I will show. Don't worry. Now you can see what is the meaning, everything you can observe it. If the key equal to city, that field only, okay, 1 second, that field should be there. But you can see everything is mapped to the null. Why? Because you can see, so this is the most important one. So whenever we need to check any key values, we no need to use, so we are not using the equal to. Here there is a separate operator is there, that is the similar to. Whenever we are performing any operations over the keys, we need to use instead of using the double equal to, we need to use the similar to operator. You can closely observe, you can see the city equal to, if the key is the city, then only that value is coming, remaining all are mapped to the null values. Observed?
okay. That similar to is made up of that hyphen
So
and
you can see
equal.
the similar, you can see whenever we are trying to get the key values, we are mapping the key values to any particular one, then we need to use the, we need
What
to
is
use
that?
the
Similar. But
Similar to,
syntax.
similar is nothing but tilde operation, right? It is the one. The before one is there, now one special key is there. We can shift, we can print this one tilde. Generally, this is the negational symbol, right? In normal, okay?
Tilt followed by equal to.
Equal to, that's it. Okay, now what is my requirement is, so for example, so wherever the value mastercard is there, those values only I want to print. Remaining everything I want to map it with the null values. Tell
Replace
me.
city
So wherever the value is the mastercard, just remember my requirement, wherever the value is the mastercard, those values only I want to print. Remaining everything I want to map it with the null. Then tell me here which one I want to take it.
value.
If
Then tell
value
me.
is similar.
So here we need to take this one, right? So the value here we need to use the similar to, or we need to use the equal to.
Equal to you can use now because
Then we can use equal to. Then what is the value? Here is my
master.
Mastercard. Then we can come here. Then you can see those are only coming now.
So why is the difference for key similar
The
and
key is
value?
somewhat different, na? The key the key is not a string. It is an object. By
Okay,
default
unique
it is,
object.
yeah. So but if the values are string values only, for the string, over the string we can apply the equal to, but over an
Compare.
object we are not able to do that one. That's why we are using the similar to. Okay, that is one of the interview question, that's why I'm repeating. Okay, whenever we need to apply any values over the string keys, then we need to use
Similar.
similar to. Okay, that is the one. Now so for example, so what is my requirement is there comes with the another requirement. So wherever you can see inside of this one, and we will take the simple example there. You can see I am taking the new data. It is an object form. For this one I taken with the employee ID 101, and the name is equal to Smith, and whatever the address, RESS address equal to HYD, and what is the one?
Phone number.
Yeah, country. No. That is my requirement. The
Okay.
country is India. Okay.
India.
Now this is my data. Now you can understand what is the need of iterating the map object and everything. So I remove this entire data here. Okay, so this is my one. I remove everything. So here what is my requirement is I want to add. So otherwise, let us say for example, whatever the keys are there, I want to convert these all keys to the uppercase.
Hmm.
Yeah, then tell me
Yes.
how we can do that one.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
want to convert, right, all the keys to the uppercase. First we will start with the simple case. So you already know what is my type of what is my type of input.
Object.
Then so we can simply the map. So we
Map
need to use the
object.
map or map object.
Map object.
Then we can use the map object. It is comes with the 3-1 value key and there. Then we
Upper.
can click here. So here what is your requirement? So whatever the keys are there, you want to create an object, then we can create an object here. So what is your requirement?
Key
So
should
whatever the, so generally how we can map it, the key
colon
colon
value.
value. So this is the normal mapping. So but here what is your requirement? Wherever the keys are there, I want to convert to the upper, right? So how we can convert the upper?
Upper.
You can see still it is throwing an error. Why?
Upper of.
Yes, you can see upper. Let us see why I am putting the key inside of all the bracket means you can see. So when we write like this one means it is not coming. So for the key always we need to put inside of the bracket, then only the key value is coming. Okay. Why 1 second? Is there anything we are missed? Upper, right? So why it is showing an error? Anyone?
Function
Import
name upper.
star from DW core : strings. Still it is not coming. Okay, we will do it like this one. Yeah. Is there any mistake? Is there? Yeah. Value upper of the key and everything good. No, 1 second. If it is there, why it is not iterating? We need to create an object. Then here we need to first we can go for the key. Then we can go for the value. Normally is coming. Then we need to apply the upper function. Upper or two upper?
Two upper, I guess.
We will see. Upper in your phone. I think two upper is not there. Only upper only, right? Yes, only upper. Mm, yes, right. We are done correctly. Then why it is not coming? Once UPP here upper, we can put entire thing inside of a bracket. Invalid input of the map object. 1 second, guys. Maybe we can work on this one. Here also we are getting right. Values are converted, then what happened to the keys? Okay, you can see values are converted to the uppercase letter, but the keys also should be converted. Let me try this way. Maybe, yeah, okay, we will see this. 1 second, guys. Okay,
Upper only.
no. Key as a string, then we are not getting now. One, 1 second. It should be upper only. Not coming. Okay, we will see this one here tomorrow. Actually, those automatically it is converted. I don't know why it is not converting. The lower also not converted. Okay, leave it. Then you can see this is the way we can able to do operation. Then we can come with the next requirement. So what is the next requirement is, for example, wherever address is there. I don't know. So in this example, your address field is the third one. Maybe in the later this address field is coming as a first or it is coming from the last. I don't know. Wherever the address is there, after that I want to add phone number. That means I want to add the new field. You guys are understand my question? So wherever the key address is there, after that only I want to add something. You got my requirement right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So wherever I don't know, so maybe these columns are coming the dynamically. So in this situation, the third field is the address. Then we can add this address after this one. We can add it right normal. But we don't know where it is coming after the address field. I want to add something. So how we can do that means you can see now you can understand the power of this map object. So how we can iterating the items one by one by using the map object we are iterating, right? Then here you can see I'm written the logic like this one. If, okay, so inside of this one, first I'm checking the key, whatever the key is there. If the key is the address, then we need to add it. Otherwise, we are keeping the same keys, right? So how we can get the keys? The key, right? So how we can check it? Equal to tilde
Similar.
equal to what is my key value? ADD
Address.
RE and
R
then
double E double S.
we can remove this. RESS. Okay, wherever the key is there, then here what is your requirement? You need to add something. So whenever the key is the address, then we need to add the new key. So whatever the previous data is there, I want to add it as it is. And after that one, we need to add a new key. So what is your new key?
Phone number.
phone number, and so you are giving the value as some default value. Then, so this is the one. So if this there is no key is there, then what is your requirement? What is your requirement? Sorry.
That's we can
So whatever the previous data is there, we need to
as
add
it
it
is.
as it is. That key colon value. Okay. Now you can see. So wherever the address is there, after the address, which one is coming?
Phone number.
But you can say maybe we're checking right. So we don't know, right? In this example, I am putting this entire thing after EMP ID. Now you check it.
Yeah.
Got it, Ra? You can say address wherever the address is there. Then after that address field, your phone number is coming. Okay.
Yes.
So this is the way we can able to do it.
If multiple objects are there, then how to do?
Multiple object means
Like here only one object is there in
so
this.
inside of the nested object is there.
Yes,
Maybe
yes,
you are asking, right?
yeah.
Now we can come with that requirement. So maybe you don't know, right? So for example, what is my requirement is I want to print it something. So what is the printing means? So there is the key is there, na? So what kind of key it is? For example, it is an object or it is a string or it is the one. So I want to print that information, right? So how we can get that information? You can see, for example, the country is the right. Here you can see what is the data type of my country,
Array.
right? That what is my requirement is if it is a keys array, then I want to print some message. If it is a something, right, I want to print the message like this one. How we can do that one?
Type of.
How we can check it that one.
You have to check value.
So
Type.
if it is if the key is only array, then I want to do something. That is your my requirement. How we can do that one? If it is an array, then I want to print that message only. For the normal cases, I don't want to print it. That
Can
you
we
can
use
see. Yeah.
key?
Where we need to write that entire logic. That is
Type
my
of
question.
key is equals
So here, right,
If
you can see every time you're iterating the object value, key and index. Here we need to check the condition if. So
type.
previously, what the condition you're returning, you are seeking the values in right. Here we need to check that one. Now you can see type of the key is equal to
Similar to.
is equal to
array.
it's a type, right? Array, right? Where it is
Array.
available? It is an array. Sorry, array. Sorry, one second. We can put this on test array. Okay. So what is the one? We need to print the some message. Okay. So whatever the keys are there, I want to print that one only. So how we can print the value?
Value.
Value. Okay. The else.
Comma.
So we need to do anything. So we need to do anything.
Nothing.
Maybe we can map with the null values. You can see still it is not getting. Then why? Everything is according to you, na? Then
We are
what is the
passing
one?
array as a string, not a type.
Just oh sorry.
We are equaling is equal to array as a type string type. No.
Yeah,
Data type should be array. If
maybe we can check this one. Still it is not coming. Yeah, where we done the mistake. Maybe we can here we can place any similar to. Still it is thing. No, it is not coming. Then where we need to do that modification. Try it. Don't worry. So first we can inspect it, right? So what is the how we can identify that one? So type of first I can type it payload dot what is the one country, right? You can see it is returning an array. First everything, right? So I can copy this one. Then you can say now we can iterating the items one by one. The payload. Then we can go for the map object. So sorry, map object. Then here we need to write the logic.
If
So what is the first condition we need to check it? So here first we need to check the condition if. So what is the one? First we need to check the condition of the type of that particular key. What is the key? Key, how we can get it? You can put it inside of the key. Okay. So if it is equal to array, then so here what is your requirement? Whatever the values are there, I want to print it. Then here, sorry, values is equal to. So achieve value. Okay. But the else, what is the else? We need to grant or null. 1 second, guys. Okay, now you can see still I'm not getting.
we want to,
Yeah, tell me. Try it.
whatever we try earlier, that payload.country, type of payload.country.
Okay, maybe you can see the first one, it is an employee ID, right? Now you can see. So maybe you can see, maybe here we can write one condition, right? Otherwise, we can write one user defined function here. I'm printing. Let's see. For example, here. So what is my intention is here thing. Whatever the value is. Sorry. 1 second. Value is there. Uh, value here. I want to print the type of key. First, we can check this one. You can see every time it is returning the key only. Why it is returning the key? Because here whatever you are checking, that is the here we need to check. Here we
Well,
need to check
yeah, value,
value. So
not
every
key.
time the depending on the key, the thing is the key is nothing but a name. So
Hmm.
what is the difference? What value we are assigning depending on
That's it.
that one we need to identify. Now you can understand which one we need to check it, the type with.
Value,
Now we can simulate the same example. If it is an array, then only I want to print. Otherwise, I want to print a null. Then you can see if.
type
Tell
of
me. So type of
value
Value.
value is equal to
to
is equal to
array.
array. Then what is my requirement? Then what is my requirement? Here I
Print
want to create an object. Then tell me. So whatever
value
the key is there, I want to print it. Value. Okay. So otherwise,
else
else.
null.
So otherwise, we need to map the key with the null value. Otherwise, we can print the string. Now got it? Oh, still it is not getting where it is here.
Maybe writing equal to uh, array is the correct one because we
It
are
is string only, na? It is returning the
array is
string on.
object type. We have to check whether it is proper array.
Okay. Now you can see because type of it is returning the some string value. I'm converting to the normal string, and then we can compare with the simple value. You can see wherever the country it is an array, those values are coming. For example, you can see for the employee for the address, I'm converting this entire field to an array. Then we can check this one according to our logic, it is coming or not.
Then,
Can see, got it?
yes,
So this is the way we can able to do. If it is an array, then we want to do. If it is an object, then we want to do. So how we can do that means, so this is the way we can iterating the objects data one by one. Depending on that one, we can able to do it. This is the one of the useful scenario. Okay. So for example, now I can change this entire thing like this one. I remove this one. Now this is the one of the real-time use case. First, we will create some data. So here you can see different data is coming. I don't know. For this one country name, we can give. Otherwise here, yeah, we can remove this one. What is my intention is, I remove this one. So this is the one of the real-time use case. I'm converting it. So if it is an array, right? Again, it is inside of an address. Again, it is a nested object. The house number is there. House number is house number. We can give 1, 2, and we can give street. Street is something um, where we can call it as near bus stand. Okay. Then there is one more field is there. That is the pin. Okay, pin we can give something like this one. So this is the one. After this one, there is one more field is there. That is the phone number. For the phone number, you are giving like this one. So you can closely observe it. It is a mixed data, right? Some of the object is there, some of the address is there, some of the nested object is there, something is there, right? So what is my requirement? As I'm taking this data, I want to convert each and everything into the string. You can see my employee ID is the numerical value, my house number is the numerical value, pin is the numerical value, phone number is the numerical value. I want to convert each and everything in the form of the string value. That is my requirement. Now you guys tell me how we can convert it.
We want to convert the value.
Right, yes, we want to convert to the string value. Let us
Yeah.
say, for
And then
example, we can come with the first normal use scenario. There is no nested object is there, then it is easy, na? So how we can convert this entire data the string? Then first we can
there,
iterating the item, right? Map object. So where we can convert it, you can see this is the one. So
key,
here we need to create an object, something like that one. Wherever the key is there, we can map
key
the
as
like it. Then, but the value. So what is the value? We need to convert to the string,
a
right?
string.
Then this is the way we can able to string convert it. So wherever that where values are there, automatically they converted to the string. But what happens? What is the previous example we are done? So if this one second, this is the data, right? Then how we can do that? It is throwing an error because it is address is the nested object. For the nested object, it is not applicable, right? Then how we can do this one? So now previous example we see now if it is an object then we need to do it. If it is an array then we need it something, right? So here we need to write one user defined function and it is taking the whatever the values are there and we can iterating something. So you can see first I can write like this one, right? So for this one the key something, one second guys. Here, so whatever the key is there after the key, so I want iterating something, right? So for this one I'm calling this one object is there. First we can write the function and convert to string. I'm writing function and it is taking the value, okay? And it's very easy guys, don't worry, I will explain one more time. Equal to, okay, then here you can see I am writing the condition. So how we can write the condition means if it is an array, if it is an something, so here we can write the simple if condition. Otherwise there is a switch case is there that we can call it as a case statement. Okay, so either we can use the case statement, otherwise we can use the normal if. First we can write the normal if condition if, right?
Type,
So how we can get it, the type of, right? So we can
type of
first I'm checking the one, the type of value, whatever the value I am passing, I'm converting into the string. And if it is a normal string, then what is your requirement? You can directly return that value.
hmm,
Otherwise,
return
we can convert to the value as a string and you can return it else. Okay. Again, we want to check one more condition. If it is not a string,
else
okay, else if, what is the one?
type of value.
Again, we need to write this entire condition, right? What is the one? Control C. So
Array.
if it is a number, okay, for the
Number.
number also what we need to do? the same thing. Value as
String.
string. Okay. Then one more
Yes.
case. What is the one normal case? Else. If. Again, what is the one type of value is
Array.
array or object?
Object.
Object.
Okay. Now you guys tell me if it is an object, then what we need to do? Again, the same
Yes.
process, again, we need to repeat it, right? The same. So if it is an object means inside of an object, again, we need to iterating the things. How we can do that one?
Map.
Yeah, that's it. You can see again, we need to use the same thing. Value. Again, we need to call the map object. Okay. So here again, we need to use this, whatever the logic is there. Again, we need to write the same thing, right? Got it, guys? If it is a number, then we can convert as a string. If the string as string, if it is an object, then what we need to do? Again, we need to iterating the one by one, and the same thing we need to, again, we need to call it, right? So the same logic here written.
About to.
Yes, yes. So what is the name of the function you are returning? Convert to string, right? The first time it seems to be a little bit tricky. Don't worry. Control V here. So always we need to pass the value. So here also we need to pass the value. Then you can understand everything. Okay. So is there anything we are missed? Else. Okay. Now you can closely observe it. Everything is converted.
Yes.
I hope understand, right? Yes or no?
Yeah. Yes.
You can see I'm simply written one function. What is the function? Convert to string, and whatever the value is coming, that value should be converted. First, before converting, we need to check if it is a string, then we can directly map. If it is a number, then we can map it as a value string. If it is an object, so you can see that means this entire part is coming. So for example, this part is coming. What is your intention? Again, we need to iterating the, again we enter into the object. Again, we need to iterating the one by one, right?
Yeah.
So how
So,
we can iterating? By using again we need to map object, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So can you move that phone number to inside the object?
This is the one.
Yeah, that entire entity inside the object.
Okay, we can place here and we can put that.
Yeah. And make that phone number as an array. Give multiple phone number.
You can see here we are not handle that array.
Yeah. So that's why we have to line
Yeah,
one more.
okay. That means it is throwing a null value. Let us say it.
Yeah. The alternate, because we generally provide alternate number also.
You can see for the else what is the value we are written.
Else string.
That's why you can see it is coming null.
So
That
if
is
we
our
access
second
the,
no, that is our second example. As of now, first understand this one.
Mhm.
Okay. So if it whatever the logic we are written, that is only works over the an object, nested object, something. Okay, for example, here there is one more field is there, that is nested object. Let's see what is happening. Okay, we can give address is there. You can give me any nested object value.
road name of road.
Maybe when on a meaningful name, maybe location we can give it.
benchmark
Then
or
here
location.
we can give the coordinate longitude.
Landmark.
Longitude is the 45 and longitude and
Land.
attitude, longitude and attitude, right? Something.
Yes, yes, yes.
Latitude, something. You can give it. Now you can closely observe even though
Yes.
if it is a nested object, you can see my logic is works.
Working.
Okay.
Yes.
But the problem for this one is if it is an array, then everything is got stuck, right?
Yes. We have to address array
Yeah,
also.
so we need to add that logic also. These are the real-time scenarios, guys. You can see. For example, you can see first we can minimize this entire thing, then it is very easy to understand. Here you can see every time we need to write the logic again and again and again, right? So instead of the again and again, so there is a switch statement is available, right, in the Java or the Python. The same, similarly, the same kind of statement is available inside of the mule. That is your pattern. We are call it as a pattern, and you can see. I will show you that we can call it as a select to statement. And okay, first we will see that example. Then we can understand if else series of the condition we are returning, that you can see. The same thing we can write it like this. Switch case is there now, condition 1 and 2, condition 2. So same way we can write the statement like this one. So instead of writing the same condition and again, we can use this pattern, that is the match condition. Okay, so how we can do that one means it's very simple. I will write here, I'm putting entire thing inside of a
Comment.
notepad, then we can reuse that logic. Okay,
We can comment.
yeah, so I will send, you can see here we need to write the logic here. So I want to check the value, then the first is coming. So after this one we need to write, right, you can see there is this case statement, we can call it as a, I think, no, that is the match one. Okay, one second. Yeah, so here we need to write the statement dot match. Okay, so the match always, you can see the match always comes with the series of conditions. So how we can write the series of conditions means match, and we can open the braces. Then here we need to write the first one. So how we can write it, the case, what is the first case if the value is right. So
String.
before that one, right, you can see every time we no need to check it here. Instead of every time calling, I'm converting entire thing here, the type of whatever the value is there coming, the type of everything is coming here. And here if it is a string, what is your requirement? If it is string, then we can, here we need to point in the colon.
String.
Yeah, so what is the one here, we want to convert the right value as string. Okay, then you can here they no need to write any else or something, then we can go for the case 2. What is the second case if it is a number?
Hmm.
Value
Value as string.
string. For generally, for the here we no need to mention here because it is by default it is a string na. Then case 3, what is the case 3 if it is a
Object. Object.
object, O is capital or small? I think O is object is capital. Let me check this one.
Capital.
This one object is O is capital. Then yeah, O is an object. Then here what is your requirement? So we need iterating the object values again and again, right? Where it is available, value is available here. Then here again we need to call the map object, right? So what is
Hmm.
the thing? What is the syntax for this one? Map object syntax. Lambda expression, we need to write it, guys.
Yes. In
Item,
item
item
index.
01, index
Where
01.
value is also there, right? After
Where?
item.
What is the one?
3 input
Map
parameter.
object value key and index.
Okay.
Item.
Item, key, right? You are talking about.
Key value index.
Value key index, I think. You can here you can see. Value key index. Either you can use that syntax. Okay. Value 01, key 01, then index 01. So what is the body of here? The body, the screen is very small. I will show here, then it is very easy. Okay. Yeah. Here is the logic. We need to write it. The same logic here you can see. The same thing I can copy and I can place. This time, which one we need to pass it? Value 01. Okay. Uh, it is showing an error because we are missed this one. Okay. The key here we 01. Okay. So this is all about, one second. This is all about this one, right? Then, so what is the next thing is if it is an a, if it is an a,
Array.
right? Then here for the array, we are not handling any case here. So array, we need to map it as a normal. Okay. Yes. So otherwise, so there is a one thing is that is the case, that is the default one. One second. other than anything is coming, else we can map it to the string. Okay, now you can see the same if condition we are minimizing, right? So no need to write the if condition. You can see we are using the match. This generally call it as a switch case, that's like pattern. So whatever the type of value is coming and we are checking this value is string, then we can map it to the normal one. If it is number as string, if it is an object, again I am iterating the each value again and again. Okay,
Yes.
so if it is an array, then what we need to do?
We have to handle one more case.
What is the meaning? What the meaning? If it
Yes.
is an array means again we need iterating the items one by one, then again we need to call the map object, right?
Yes. Yes.
That means if it is an array, so how we can handle it? So for that one, first we need to do normal example, then we can come back here. I think we are not discussed that example. These are taking some time, guys, don't worry.
No, sir, it's okay.
Yeah, because we don't go for the hurry worry manner. Yeah, I think this is the data, right? I'm taking two objects and let me do. Is it a proper JSON? Yes, it is a proper JSON. Now, what is my requirement is whatever the values are there, I want to convert them to the uppercase. Wherever the values are there, I want to convert them as uppercase and I want to convert them as a string. Okay. So, for example, you reckon it is a no nested objects or everything is there, everything is simple. Then how we can do that one? The payload. How we can iterating the array items?
Map.
By using
Map.
the map, you can see now you can understand the map and the map object power. So here the items are coming now inside of item, this entire thing is available. Again it is an object, I want iterating the object one by one. Then how we can do that one? Item, here what we need to write, again we need to use the map
Map
object,
object.
right? Inside of the map object you can see I can write my logic here. What is my logic? I want to write the logic whatever the key is there. After this one I am converting the all the values to the uppercase. So how we can do that? Upper,
Upper.
then I want to convert them as a string. Got it?
Yes, sir. I think we can convert keys as well.
The key,
If you apply upper
I
and
don't
if
know
you apply
why it is showing.
double dollar,
No, double
it's
dollar
still
is
okay.
nothing but the keys only.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the problem here is the upper it is not identified.
Try
Don't worry.
try to
Oh,
replace with.
no. I got it. One second. This is not the logic. Actually, we need to put entire thing inside of a whatever the output is coming out. The yeah, now it is coming. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, why, sir?
No. Whatever the key is there, key should be always be inside of the brackets. Previously, we are putting only the upper only inside of that's what the one. Okay. Now you can see everything. Now you guys tell me if it is an array means we need to call the map inside of the map again. We need to call the map object, right?
Yeah.
You guys are understand?
Outer one is a map, inner one is a map object. Yes.
That's one because it is an array means array we don't know how many items are available, but the each item we need to repeat the same logic again and again and again. So how we can repeating the items one by one? So we need to use the map. Yes.
Yes.
So the same logic we can apply here. If it is an array, then here you can see I remove this one. Otherwise, I am adding one more condition here. So what is the condition here? If it is an
Yes.
array, the case, if it is an array, then what is your requirement? Sorry, if it is an array, right?
Lambda
So
expression.
if it is an array, then what you need to do? So whatever the values are there, you can take this one,
Map
then we need
object.
to use the map, right? Not map object. We need to iterating the items map. Then, so what is the syntax of the map? Again, we need to use value.
Item index.
So I mean item, right? Okay. Item, comma, index.
Index.
Then, so we need to call the what is this one? Lambda expression, right? We
Lambda.
are missing the lambda expression here.
Double. Yeah.
Okay. Then we can give the colon. Here, what is this is the lambda expression. Then here we need to call it. So what is the call? What is the call?
We have to call this function
Yes,
convert.
so what is the one?
We have to call it key item. We have to call it
Item, yes, item. We are repeating the same thing again and again and again, right?
convert
So how we can call that one? Item?
map.
No. If it is an array, right, it is coming, right? If it array is coming, the first item is coming. First item is an object, right?
Map object.
Then here, this the item is the right. How we can do that? Again, we need to write the same logic here. Okay.
On which we have to call on key or item.
It can be anything, right? So in an array, we can give string, we can give number, we can
Yeah,
give
that's what I'm
So
telling. So
we
here,
can
how
say-
we can do that one?
convert to string, we can send the item.
No. So if it is value is coming an item, right? We need to check this one. Depending on that one, everything is written. For the checking, you already written the one function, right?
Function,
So
yes,
we
yes.
need to call that function. That's it. Everything that function is will take care of it, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
pass item as input.
Right? If it is an array, then it is repeating the items one by one. And if it is first item is coming, first again we can run. If it is a value, then it is running. If it is a number, it is running. If it is an object, the same logic is repeatingly work, right?
Can we cross check when input?
Yeah,
by
so that's it.
passing?
No problem. You can see previously there is a one object is you can see this is the one, right? Maybe we can put longitude as a 45 comma 50 67. Then we can check. You can see the
Yes.
same if it is an item is coming, the item, what the item it is coming, if the string, number, object, or itself it is an array, we don't know. So for this one, you are all written the function. So we need to call this function again and again. Got it?
So basically, in
Yeah.
map, in object, we have to call it the function on value,
Yes,
and inside the array, we have to call it an item.
that's it.
Yeah.
Don't worry, just spend some time, you can understand. So we need to use the map and map object like this one according to, okay?
Yes.
Yeah. So these are some complex examples we are generally uses. Everybody can parse this one by one only. But where is inner values are there, so we need to like this one. Maybe these are the real time scenarios. Maybe you are facing if it is an object, then we need to something right. If it is an array, then we need to perform something. Some parsing is some different, right? So in those situation, we can write like this one. Yes or no? Got it, guys?
Yes. Got it.
Yeah, so I can share this. I think I am not sharing anything because if you're sharing this one, we can simply copy paste and we are not doing any practice. So
No, sir.
you can take this screenshot and you can do your own. Then you can understand all these things. Yes. So this is about the map and map object and everything. Okay. Now we can move to the now we can move to the dollar expression. So what is the meaning of the dollar expression and everything is you can see. And first we will go for the dollar expression and I will close this today. Okay. So tomorrow we will see that remaining part. Mm, Okay. Mm. So what is the meaning of the dollar expression is you can see uh, if it is an array, first we can start with the map, then we can understand. Okay. 10 comma 20 comma 40. So how we can rate in the array items?
A map.
Right, then we can use the payload. Then first we can go for the normal expression. So we can print the item.
Item.
Okay. So instead of writing this complete expression, what they do is they can minimizing this entire thing. You can see how many argument it is taking in this example. How
Two.
many argument it is taking. So if we can just remember, if a lambda expression taking two arguments, then what is the value inside of that one is this available inside of the single dollar. This will be available inside of the
Double dollar.
that is the one. So depending on the lambda expression, for example, your map object, right? Map object lambda expression taking how many arguments?
3.
Value.
Key.
Sorry. 1 second, I can write it. map object depending on the your lambda, right? So it is coming, I can write. So value, key,
Index.
index, and this is the expression, right? So now you can see how we can get this one. The first value is always stored inside of a dollar. The
Single
second one always indicates the
key.
double dollar. The third one is
Index.
okay. So forget about the value key index. Depending on your lambda expression, the first value should be available inside of the dollar. Second value is available inside of the double dollar. Third value is available inside of the triple dollar. There is no other fields. There is no fourth coming in there. There are only three. So for example, if it is a map object coming to, for example, if it is a filter, how many argument it is taking inside of
Two.
your lambda expression? First one is the value,
Index.
second one is the index, and this. Now you guys tell me what is the values for this one. So the value is available inside of the single dollar, index is available inside of the double dollar. This is the way you can remember it. Don't by heart it. The single dollar always contains the value, double value so that is not one. So inside of your lambda expression is there now. The first value is available inside of dollar, the second value is available in double dollar. Third will be available inside of the double dollar. So triple dollar. This is the way you can remember it. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So now you can see here the same thing here. I want to print. So I don't want to write this lengthy of the code. I am removing this entire expression. I want to print the only the values. So which one contains value comma index value always stored inside of the single dollar. Now you can get it. If you are expert, then only you can go for this lambda expression. If you want to print the indexes, then you can see. Okay, got it, guys?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
instead of writing this entire lambda expression, so previously this is the way we are giving the value comma index, and after this one you can give the arrow mark, then you can print like this one, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So instead of writing this entire lengthy lambda expression, so you want to access the first part. The first will be available inside of the single dollar, right? Then we can remove this entire thing. Then you can place it as a dollar. Okay. For example, here you are writing the filter function. I want to print only the even numbers, right? Then how we can write it? This is the right. So here, what is the condition you need to check it is why
Even.
it is even, right? Is even of item. Okay, I think all are the even only now.
Yeah.
I think 29. Okay, now you can see this is my entire body. So how we can minimize this one? Tell me. So here which value you are pointing? First value, right?
Double single dollar.
Right, then how we can write it? You can remove this entire thing, and what is the condition you need to check is
Even
Single
even of single dollar.
single
dollar.
dollar.
Got it? So if you once you are expecting on the data view, then you can go for this dollar expression. Okay, so for example, I want to print only the indexes, then we can see even indexes. This is the way we can write it, right? The same thing you can see, this is the previous logic, right? Now we can convert this entire thing into the minimized version.
Here, sir, don't delete the, just comment it out so we can differentiate.
Okay,
Like
then we can control X.
there
We
it's
can put inside of the
no,
no,
there
if
it's
it there na, then
with comment.
I can put. Okay, we will practice on that. So here we need to iterating the items one by one, right? So how we can iterating it?
Payload.
First we can the payload, then we can use the map. So when we iterating means it is always coming as a dollar. Okay, it is iterating one by one. So whatever the data is coming of this dollar, you want to do some modification. Then here we need to route map object, right?
object.
Map map object. Again, it is expecting the lambda expression, right? Here it is the problem is coming. So double $2 we are not able to do. Here we can use this one item, comma, index. That is the one map object. So sorry, value
Values.
key, right? Okay, maybe value key
Index.
index. Then is there any expression I missed? then here. So combination. So what is the requirement? Whatever the keys are there, I want to convert them to the uppercase, right? Then here you can write this one, upper of key. Then here we can go to the value.
Upper value.
Oh, sorry. Everything is correct now. Then why it is showing an error? Is there anything I missed, guys?
It's a map object.
Yes, it's a map object only. So when something is not coming according to you, then you can put enter in this bracket. Oh, sorry. Okay, we can put here. Okay. So map, whatever the data is coming, then you can put the dollar and everything is iterating like this one. So if you miss the dollar here means maybe you are getting confused, right? That's why I'm not putting here also we can do this one. So you can see this map object starting from which one? So from this one, right? This one to this is your map object. Got it, guys?
Yes.
So if you want to minimize these ones, either you can use the lambda expression. Otherwise, if you want to remove, you can remove and you can do like this one, but it leads to the so much of confusion inside of your mind.
Single dollar.
Single dollar, I think one bracket is missing. You can see
Yes.
this is the way also you can do it, but you are getting so much of confusion. What is this double dollar inside? With this double dollar is available inside of the inner one, right? So the combination you can use it up to you. But my suggestion is always you can go for the lambda expression because everything we can able to find out. So this is the item. So it is coming this map. This value is coming map object. Everything we can able to track it. Okay, so if you become the expert, then you can understand this one. Otherwise you can blindly go for the lambda, I mean this lambda expression. Okay, tomorrow we will see some more examples on the dollar expression, don't worry.
So,
Yeah.
sir, can we are we going to see a replace function?
That we will see. That is
Because
a
it is
built-in functions. There we can understand. So some mathematical functions how we can. Okay,
replace.
so
Okay.
yeah. The map and map object is important. That's what I'm taking this much of time. Yeah. At least you understand, right? One by one, one by one.
Yes.
So tomorrow we will see one more important function, that is the reduce and ordered by. I think we are not seeing that one, right? Ordered by. And we will see the how we can importing the predefined packages inside of the mule. You can see previously we are importing the core packages, how we can use it, and those things we are going to see it. Okay. So I'm
Yes.
covering the most frequently used functions in the project point of view. Okay, I'm not saying everything I'm not covering. So most of the useful functions and the scenarios I covered. Okay, tomorrow we will see the substring and ordered by and reduce. Okay, so those are more than enough, guys, to practice all these use cases. Everything it is coming inside of this requirement only. Okay. Yeah, that's all for today's, guys. Practice today's class and everything. Yeah. So that's it, guys. Is there any doubts you can ask now? No, yes or no? Okay, guys. If no doubts, then we can close the session here. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you, guys. Just practice it, guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.